I also just haven't recorded with you in so long. I just like want to keep you forever.
I know. It feels... How long has it been?
You literally weren't on an episode at all in July.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
It's like when it's this long, sometimes I forget. Like, I'm like, what happens when I show up there? What do we do? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I just shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit. Okay. So this next one was intended for the like throw her away, women can be trash too. I don't even know what we're calling it. And this will hit Patreon before that episode even comes out.
Ooh.
So like sneak peek for all of you on Patreon. We're doing an upcoming episode. I think we decided it's going to be called Women Can Be Trash too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I liked how you said upcoming.
Upcoming.
You sounded like Moira from...
Or Anna Delvey. I wired you the money.
Yes.
I wired you the money. I can't even do it. There's so many people that can do it so well. So this was from that theme.
Okay. Obviously.
Obviously. And here we go. I, 17 male, don't know how to tell my dad, 42 male, that my stepmom, 37 female, hates me. Hey, this might be a long one. I'm sorry. There is a TLDR at the bottom. I really don't know what to do about my situation, and I don't have anyone close to give me advice. So I thought here I can maybe get some advice. I have an amazing dad who raised me since my mom passed away when I was 5 years old. He is my friend, my supporter, and someone I want to be like when I grow up. When my dad first introduced me to my stepmom, I was 10 years old, and she was very nice to me. And he looked so happy that we met and hoped we could get along. They got married when I was 13, and I was so happy that me and my dad had a new member of our family. I thought me and my stepmom were getting along until I think a few months after their honeymoon. She told me one morning that we just need to pretend to like each other around my dad, but when he is not here, that I shouldn't bother her.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, this shattered me, but I agreed because I didn't know what else to do.
He was still 13.
13. Little baby.
What a fucking bitch ass.
After that day, whenever it was just me and stepmom, she would say things to me and I would just not say anything. I'm introverted and don't like confrontation. So I just took it and thought over time she would get over it, but it got worse. She would talk about my height and weight and say I was funny looking version of my dad. I hoped my dad would notice, but he didn't. He actually thinks me and stepmom are so close and she understands me. He looks so happy with her that I maybe think it's not worth saying anything and giving it time. This year, my stepmom has started picking on me around my dad, and he has either joined in or ignored it. I have voiced that what she says to me makes me uncomfortable and hurts, but my dad says she is teasing and just doesn't mean to hurt me. Well, right now, I'm at my ends, and I'm scared. I'm angry, frustrated at my stepmom and my dad. Dad was away for work, and it was just me and stepmom at home. She had a party at home with a couple of her friends. I helped set the house up and cook dinner because Dad asked me to help out, which was fine. After they ate and just hung out, they were hanging out on the porch when I heard stepmom and her friends talk very loud outside my window while I was in my room. Stepmom's friends talked about how lucky stepmom was to have a nice husband and a house. When they mentioned how nice it was that I cooked for them, stepmom told me that I was annoying and weird, and she hated me and living with me and couldn't wait until I was 18 so she could kick me out.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Terrible. I was shocked that she hated me that much, but I didn't know why. To be honest, I thought we were tolerating each other, but to hate me, I must have done something, but I can't think of what I did.
How the fuck do her friends respond to this? I can't imagine being friends with somebody and hearing them say that about a child and just being like, oh, cool.
I would check them immediately. I would put her in her place.
Stupid bitch.
I've been kind of down since that day, which was 2 weeks ago, and I thought I was past the initial feelings, but at a rugby training today, I bursted into tears and my coach sent me home. So I drove to the beach and cried. I was feeling so much, and honestly, I can't describe my emotions. I eventually fell asleep in my car. Now I'm here hoping I can get advice on how to talk to my dad about it because I'm scared about how he will react. I don't want my dad to be sad because he does so much for me, but I'm not strong like him. I'm really struggling. My question is, how can I approach this conversation with my dad about my stepmom hating me? Or should I tell him at all?
Of course you should tell him. And like you could say as simple as I was literally heard her say that she hates me and can't wait until I'm 18 years old.
Yeah.
If your dad can't hear that and be like, let's dig into this, then that's concerning. But it sounds like he's a good guy. And I feel like
he'll believe him.
Yeah. This is just like, ugh.
I have been coming across a lot of evil stepmom stories, and we get a lot of write-ins on Father Knows Something where like these people are writing in, they're like, my dad moved to Norway to be with my stepmom or like whatever it is, and my dad has ignored me for the past 8 years. He'll show up in the same city but doesn't offer to see me. Like just crazy shit. And I don't understand, as I know me, where I'm at in my life right now. I know I could not date someone with kids. I'm just not in that place. And so I don't understand these people that get into relationships with people with kids when they clearly don't want to be a step parent. They clearly don't have room in their heart, and they're cruel fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If you don't want to be a stepmom, don't date people with kids. It's simple.
Like, and it goes back to that thing, that control thing, where it's like people think that they can control other humans. And so it's like, just like, oh, that's just something in my way that I can get rid of. You know what I mean? And it's just like, he's 18, he's still going to be in your life. And
he's going to be in your life forever. That's your husband's son.
And it's like, why do you really not like him? It's because you're fucking jealous, honestly.
She's threatened by him.
She's threatened, of course.
She's threatened that her relationship with her husband could be compromised because of his son. And it should be. His child should come first.
Agreed.
You're a later addition, sweetie.
Yeah.
You're not a precedent.
Yeah.
Simple. It's quite simple.
Yeah.
Top comment on it, and this is really recent. This was posted 7 days ago. And so the top comment is, record her. I am dead fucking serious. Not once.
Yeah.
Like, look into spy shit and record her when he's not around.
Yes.
Your father married a predatory, abusive narcissist who is lying to him for security.
Yes. I love this.
This is like, they're on a zinger.
Fucking go for it. Get it.
The only way to remotely get him to believe you is to have some actual evidence, because she straight up engineered this to abuse you and keep him unaware of it.
God, this is like the Lindsay Lohan, what is it called?
Parent Trap?
Parent Trap, yeah.
Yeah, Meredith.
She was such a fucking
Meredith
bitch.
Blake.
Yeah.
I love the name Blake for a
and
girl,
she's
though.
like, the minute I marry your dad, I'm gonna send you two brats off. Like what'd she say? Like
to boarding school.
Yeah, boarding school, like across
Switzerland.
seas. She's like, Russia.
I think she said Switzerland.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something fancy. But yeah, and other comments after that are just like, it's all kind of a resounding response to like, record her. Dad is unlikely to believe OP fully when it's been so many years of them, quote, getting along great. People aren't great at shredding everything they thought they knew about someone in a situation without undeniable cold evidence staring them in the face.
Yeah.
Which is true.
No, I guess they make good points. I just feel...
Because if someone came up to me and was like, Justin talks so much shit about you, Justin hates you, Justin says you're a fat fucking bitch.
Jesus, Morgan, calm down.
I don't know. I'm imagining the worst.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, if someone came up and said that, I'd be like,
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Right.
This person has loved me unconditionally and supported me through my worst for the past 3.5 years. Right?
Yeah. No.
And that's kind of, they've been married now.
Because how old is the boy now? Like 16?
17. So they've been married officially
and he
for
cooked
4
them
years.
Food?
Yeah.
What a little saint.
Such a sweetie. But so the stepmom's been in the dad's life for at least 7 years.
Yeah. Recorder.
So we have some updates.
Okay.
They're not good.
Fuck! Don't do this to me.
Thank you, everyone that provided advice and kind words. It means a lot to me, and I've read every comment and have an idea on how to approach the situation. I'm honestly terrified of the outcome being negative, but the encouragements and support are making this a bit easier to deal with. I am going to talk to my dad on Sunday and show him this post. I hope it goes well, and I hope all of you stay safe and take care. Edit 2. I'm not sure what I'm able to do what I planned because Amy just took my car keys away and she wants my phone, but I won't give it to her. So she is waiting for my dad to take it off me because I'm apparently doing drugs. But I told her I'm not, and I've been at the beach. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to stop because I can't handle it. I'm sorry. I'm like very concerned about this boy.
Me too. So he's not gonna say something?
I don't know. I gotta message him right now. Like this is
Oh my God.
saying I didn't see the I want it to stop update. I just knew there was an update. So like seeing like I just want it to stop is like very concerning.
my
I'm like,
God.
I see stuff like that and I'm immediately like, okay, let's like make sure you're okay.
Yeah. And also he needs to say something. He needs to. And I was talking to a friend about this recently. It's like I have a friend who is very do not say anything. Just let it be. Move on. Like be considerate of other people's feelings and just go about your way. And I'm like, and she was like, what does it do if you speak, if you say that? And I'm like, it's the truth. I speak my truth. I'm the human that I want to be. And I speak what I believe in. Like, what do you mean? No, I'm not just going to stay silent. Like I'm going to say what I believe. And if it makes people like go away from me, then good. Those aren't the people that I want around me because this is my truth. This is who I am. And then if they get out of my life and I keep speaking my truth, then it's only going to draw people towards me that actually align with me. So I was like, no, why would I keep quiet? No, don't tell me to censor myself. I'm going to be nice about it and polite and kind. I'm not going to attack somebody, but I'm going to speak my truth.
Yeah.
And that's what I just like with this boy. Like if he keeps quiet, it's going to break my heart. He needs to speak the truth.
He needs to. And you should not be subjected to that. I mean, there's so many stories I actually found for the throwaway theme where I'll read the title of it and it's really, really bad. I'm probably going to read it with my dad after this, but the title is, Am I the Asshole for Wanting My Adult Stepdaughter 18 to Move Out? She just turned 18 and the stepmom is like, let's get rid of her. It's like, what is wrong with these fucking shitty ass step-parents? That is your partner's child.
Yeah.
Just because they turn 18, you're not done with them. And so that the fact that this poor boy has had to grow up and have someone say to him at 13, hey, let's just pretend we like each other.
Unreal.
Pretend.
Unreal.
You're supposed to like me.
So abusive.
And so the fact that her friends did say something and were like, you have such a nice house. You have such a nice husband. It's like, I feel like OP is kind of this like little conniving con artist that just like weaseled her way in.
Yeah. A conniving see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. And she's just using and abusing. And the dad just has rose-colored glasses on still. And God. I hope OP says something. There's a lot of comments from him. Basically, there's no response past 6 days ago when that other update was. So I messaged and I hope I get a response. I basically just said like, hey, just checking in to make sure you're okay. Like, just trying to make sure that he's okay. But very responsive on some early comments. Someone goes, and I mean, this kind of is flying under the radar somewhat. This comment has 3 upvotes. And they go, the thing is, you don't have to make nice with her. You can confront her when she says things to you.
Yeah.
You can push back when your dad is around and not around. You definitely should ask your dad if he is kicking you out when you turn 18. Tell him everything. See how he responds. Do you have grandparents or other family you can go to, stay with? You need a backup plan in case this all falls out. Mm-hmm. And OP goes, my dad was in the system and never met his parents or tried to look for them. My mama's parents apparently cut contact with my dad because they never liked him. Last year, I tried getting in contact with my mom's parents, but they told me they don't want to have a relationship with me, which is fine. I can't force them.
What? This poor fucking boy.
I know.
God, this makes me sick. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, our parents they didn't really understand the implications of things that they would do affecting us and like the childhood trauma and how that like it is who we are today. But it's like now, modern day, we fucking know that childhood trauma is so real. And to come into somebody's life at 13 years old and be such a fucking bitch, I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah. Not only did he lose his mom at an extremely young age, but this woman just subjected him for the past, what will be if he moves out at 18, 5 years of trauma.
Evil.
Like walking on eggshells.
There's no
feeling
excuse.
Uncomfortable, feeling unloved, feeling unwanted, feeling unsupported.
Yeah.
That's what every child needs. That's
unbelievable.
That is something you sign up for when you have a child.
Yeah.
So someone
and
goes,
if you date somebody who has a child, you have to sign up for that too. Otherwise, get the fuck out.
Exactly. If you don't want that, if you don't want to be a loving, you don't have to be their mom, but you better be fucking loving and you better support them and treat them with kindness and dignity.
Yep.
Let me have you cook for me and my friends and then I'm going to talk right above your window that I fucking hate you. She knew what she was doing. She knew his window was right there.
Like, there's so many things that we've talked about with people being shitty, and this makes me want to literally like throw her, like chuck her into a garbage can. Like the theme that you had for this earlier, I'm like, yes, throw this bitch away.
Yeah.
I'm so livid. That poor boy.
I know. So someone comments and says like, just kind of asking about friends. Like,
I'll be his mom if he needs one. Like, seriously, like it's just like, I'm so mad.
I know. It's just so unfortunate. And so someone goes, it concerns me that you say you don't have any in real life friends to talk to this about. You're 17. Do you have one more year of school? Are you going to university? It sounds like a really dreadful situation to be in and facing it alone. You seem to rely a lot on your dad, which is great normally. Would devastate even a really emotionally resilient person.
I mean, he said he's so shy and reserved.
Mm-hmm. And think about young boys in high school. Like boys in general, men, I mean, any age, they don't really talk about their feelings very well.
Yeah.
Because we don't allow them to. Look at this boy. He can't even turn to his own dad. Children should not be raised to feel this way.
No.
This is unacceptable. This is absolutely fucking unacceptable.
Yeah.
And so OP responds back, I do have friends. It's just I've never mentioned what happened and no one noticed I was struggling. So I didn't think it was a problem to talk about, to be honest. I graduate at the end of this year, and depending on my exam result, I attend university next year. I don't know if I rely on my dad a lot. To be honest, that's my biggest fear, relying on him too much because he might get tired of me. I was planning to move out when I go study, which might sound weird because I cried over it, but moving out and getting kicked out are two different things, and it hasn't sat well with me. I just really appreciate what he's done for me and want to be like him, like hardworking. I don't know. These emotions are really messing me up right now, but thank you. What he's done for you is nothing. Like truly. He's been a parent.
Yeah.
Which is what he signed up for.
Yeah.
You're
100%.
He's done nothing for you.
Yeah.
That wasn't expected of him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I want to kind of comment back to this and be like, honestly, he hasn't done a lot for you. He's not supporting you. He's not picking up on things as a parent should. And I get some things fly under the radar, but
well, that's why I feel like
come on.
That's why I almost wonder if he does tell his dad what's been going on. His dad is going to be like, fuck, I saw it, but I just like tried to like
ignore it,
pretend it wasn't true because I didn't want to believe that. You know what I mean?
I sure fucking hope so.
Because it's like if this woman is starting to make fun of this man's son in front of him all the time,
maybe he's going along with it because he doesn't know how to react.
Well, and because he knows that if he goes along with it, then it makes it seem more playful. Like, yeah, son, like you didn't ask a girl to prom. Come on, buddy. And then it makes it more lighthearted.
That makes sense.
The moments that he ignores it, when he just pretends he doesn't hear it, it's like maybe he's like, fuck. Like,
I could see that.
Yeah.
I really could see that being a factor. Well, I'll keep us posted. Our Patreon fam here. I'll keep us all posted if I hear anything back. But
how many people that actually write in do you think have heard us talk about their stories on here?
I don't know. I always wonder that.
Yeah.
We've talked about that in the past too. I'm not sure.
Like, I feel like we've made jokes about it. Like, hope they're not listening if we say, are like, fuck you. But like, honestly, it's interesting to think about, because as this podcast is getting bigger and bigger, it's like, it's becoming known as like the Reddit podcast.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, if people write into Reddit and it becomes really big, then you might think like that somebody would tell them. I mean, I guess it's anonymous, so people wouldn't know to tell them.
Yeah.
But
I think it's kind of become more like known. If you're writing into Reddit, it's going to end up on the internet somewhere. Like BuzzFeed makes
True.
articles. Like,
you're right.
But BuzzFeed didn't make articles about Reddit until like, this sounds so cocky, but until
you did.
I blew it up on TikTok, like
Yeah.
people didn't really have, like Reddit wasn't
Right.
like a main thing. Like
No, I remember.
now there's a bunch of Reddit accounts on TikTok and like
Yeah.
BuzzFeed writes articles, but like that wasn't a thing when I started this podcast.
Which
like,
is why it's so successful, is because it was breaking into such a new
yeah, it's
market that is so interesting to so many people.
It's weird to think about because
Yeah, it's
I looked
crazy.
for it. I looked for it when I had the idea, and it
when
just
you
didn't exist.
When you told me the idea, I was like, how has that not been done already? And you were like, well, some people have posted like stuff about Reddit, like, but they're not good. They're not like big. They're like very just like bland, like
There were
reading off
Twitter
of
accounts.
a Reddit story. And like, I remember
Yeah.
because I think there was a guy who just reads it off and it's like a very monotone voice or
no,
something.
it was the AI robot.
Yeah.
It was like he would like
Yes,
put this
yeah.
this person would like record each story as like a podcast into like a like Siri voice thing.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't real.
No. So there was like just nothing was like any, you know, and so then when you took that idea, it was brilliant. And here we are.
Here we are. And now we have a Patreon family even.
How many people are on Patreon now?
Like 1,000 something?
Nice.
Yeah.
Like honestly, every time that we do it, I always just picture that it's like nobody is watching. I don't know why.
No, we got 1,000 family members
Yeah,
now.
and then if I think about like 1,000 people being in this room right now, it's a lot. They couldn't fit in here. We'd have to sardine.
20 tops.
Yeah.
It's a pretty tiny room.
But I'm always like, oh, it doesn't matter what I say on Patreon stories. No one's going to watch.
No, I do get a little more comfortable on this side of things.
Yeah, definitely. It's more private, secretive.
Yeah. But I'll
True
keep us
fans.
all, the OGs.
Yeah.
The believers. Our family.
The believers.
The believers. Believers.
I know. I was trying to think. I was like, believer.
That's Bieber, yeah.
I know, but I was like,
That was such a good thing. God, believers. Because his name is Bieber.
what if it's like
iconic.
the Tweebers? Like Chuhate? No, never mind.
Sounds like dweeb. Tweebers.
We are dweebs. Perfect.
Okay, well, until the next story, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.